Hello? Hello?
Yeah, it's on.
Wait, is it? Oh, okay. What's up, royalty? How are you doing? It's another week. It's another dollar. It's another thing to make a whole holler. I think somebody said that back in the day. I don't remember who, but something tells me it was Nelly. Um, this is the Suburban Kings. We are coming to you week 8. Um, CDC has now lowered the distancing measurement to 3 feet. Over 100 million people have been vaccinated, and it is finally getting warm in Chicago. And for anybody who lives in the Midwest, Chicagoland area, you know when it starts to get warm, us Midwesterners take full advantage of the weather. So for me, I was outside literally all weekend. Um, and it's just a beautiful day. It's a new week. I'm happy. Um, I'm tired as hell right now, but I'm gonna push through because energy for me is like it's like a superpower. I call it when I need it, unless I'm driving because I'm always falling asleep up behind the wheel. Um, but hey, how are you guys doing?
I don't know what I was supposed to say after
how you,
that.
how you start the show? You know what I'm saying? Leave
I
them
also fall
speechless.
asleep behind the wheel. For some reason, driving makes me sleepy, out of all things.
Honestly, I'm I can't wait till I have enough money to buy an automated car because I
Yeah.
think about that a lot because I'm like, once it becomes affordable, or it's at least I have enough money to where it doesn't matter to me anymore, I'm buying one like immediately. And like, I'm just gonna put in the GPS, and I'm never gonna drive again. I might forget how to drive, you know. And driving is one of those things that it took me a long time to master, but I've mastered it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not an expert, but from where I was, night and day. Because I learned on the streets. I learned on the streets.
Oh my god.
You learned on the streets. I
I
mean,
did.
What, like
I
Schumann
did.
Boulevard?
like
No, 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 no. I
literally
literally
up and down the street.
straight, literally just up and down the street. Literally, not. That wasn't trying to be hard. I literally learned on the streets.
Maybe
Like
some curves,
hit a couple
maybe some
mailboxes,
lawns, maybe a
everything.
garage door.
The garage door, I forgot to use the brake. That wasn't me driving into a garage. Let's not talk about those. Those was
Wait, you actually
disappointing.
drove into a garage?
No, I didn't. I didn't drive into the garage. I didn't drive into the garage. So the vehicle hit the garage. I wasn't in the car. I forgot to put
You
my
didn't
car
put the
in
car in
park.
park, Rachel,
Park.
so he
And you
ghost
just got
routed.
out?
I I'm gonna be very honest with you. I'm gonna be very honest with you. I do that shit all the time. I literally get out the car and I'm like, oh shit. Actually out the car. Like I have to go in the car, hit the brake, like, and I'm like, oh damn.
I've
Okay.
literally never done that before a day in my life.
I
I don't think that's a common thing.
that's the way my brain works is like things that are very like no brain energy or mundane. I almost forget to do them on a consistent basis. Um, Sometimes I forget to breathe because I'm just not thinking about it at the time. It's really weird. Um, but don't judge me. I'm always thinking 3 layers into a chocolate cake. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Because it's not that first layer that matters. It's that third bottom layer that has all the meaning and the sentiment in it. You feel me? That's where I'm at most of the times. I'm a forward thinking person. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm just always
What?
I don't know what's
I'm
happening.
I'm always just
Driving turned philosophical?
nah, this ain't. I'm just bullshitting. I'm just
I'm like, oh.
out of all the things that I could forget, I just always forget to park my car. Like, and I only do it like when I'm in places where that's why it was weird that I did it while I was in Wisconsin. I only do that when I'm in like my driveway or I'm at like one of my friend's house, like a place where I'm like familiar with. This was me
Mm.
dropping off a pizza at a customer's. I guess I was in a rush that day, but maybe it was a busy day. I don't recall, honestly. that car just was to get me to point that car was
Yeah.
by the
And then that
end
snowstorm.
snowstorm. And then literally the day I left Wisconsin, my car seized and, it was smoking on the highway. You know, I always tell people this, but Wisconsin really tried to kill me. It tried to break me. It tried to take everything that made me me. I don't hate Wisconsin, but me and Wisconsin know where we stand. That's all I have to say. Wisconsin, respectfully, get the hell out of my life. It's something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
It's a maybe once a year type thing. Maybe
That's it. Austin knows. Okay, let's go.
we go
Get us
one
out.
time and then he's good
And
for
it,
all sometime longer than a year. He's good.
you try to ask me to go back to. I probably will never go back to my CUW ever again. I probably will never go back to that area. There's not there. It could
We
become
went back
one.
for the game before for homecoming. That'd be the only time I go.
Yeah, but we stayed in. Didn't we stay in Milwaukee?
Yeah, we did. I was saying like
Yeah.
that'd be the only time I would go. Is what I'm saying.
I don't got nothing up there for me. Like I
Me either,
said,
man.
Wisconsin, you couldn't break me. You could never. I was built different. I'm just playing. I don't really care. I love Wisconsin. I had some of my best moments in Wisconsin. Craziness. We'll never divulge unless we making millions off of this podcast. Then I'll be like, look, this is the shit I used to do.
Yeah.
Savage. Actual savage. But we don't need to talk about it. But anyways,
Back into it.
yes, because
And we're back.
How are y'all doing?
I'm good.
How are y'all brackets really doing? Because
Not
Bad.
bad. One of mine isn't terrible. The rest are absolutely fucked.
yeah,
I
yeah,
picked
I
the
didn't.
Illini, man. They
Same.
did so bad, dude.
Whoever did not pick the Illini and the Suburban King, salute. You probably won just
I
off of
picked
that.
Iowa, so I am also fucked.
You picked who?
Iowa.
Oh, they lost?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I've never seen this many upsets in the turn. I had to stop
There's a
watching.
lot of upsets.
And then
This is the
Oral
most I've seen in a
Roberts
long
won
time.
again yesterday. Like,
Drake won again?
no, Oral Roberts.
Oh,
Oral
Roberts.
Roberts is
Yeah.
in the Sweet 16.
Yes.
That's fucking insane.
But there's like other small school, like that the team that beat Texas on Saturday. Like there's a bunch of
Abilene
upsets.
Christian.
Christian, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
It's
just picked that
crazy.
out on my brackets, and I was like, what? I'm glad I didn't put no money
I
down.
have my one bracket
I
that's
don't bet
still
on this.
alive
Yeah.
has Alabama as the winner, and then I have like
Let's see.
UCLA. I think
I was about to say, let me check because they were.
Let's
in a
see where
dogfight,
we're all
Alabama.
at. All right. In first place. Well, in first place is
you.
Who's
Am I?
Yeah, you're in first. place.
Because I have technically the most points right now, but the
Right now.
projected stuff,
No, I don't know who M. Berman is,
me either.
but
It's because we put it
they
out on all Twitter, but I don't know who it is.
would have the highest chance of winning.
Yeah, the biggest projection. Deja, you have the third highest projection
Yeah.
Really? Who did I pick?
for
again?
most points. I don't know. Let's check it out.
You have Gonzaga as the winner.
Oh, I still got a shot. I
You
mean,
pick Gonzaga to win it.
I would love a free T-shirt. I love wearing our stuff.
Daisy, if you win, you get to pick who gets a shirt then.
Yeah.
Like of your choosing.
Fine. Yeah, that's fine. I could do that. That's fine. I could do that.
That bracket's not great. My other brackets and other pools that aren't doing terribly. Like I think
Yeah,
the biggest pool that I'm in, my Alabama bracket. If Alabama wins, then I win.
Okay, that makes sense. Oh, and you still have a shot, right?
Yeah.
So it's weird that you said that, Austin, that like you don't bet on March Madness, but like the betting lines and like the amount they're trying to get you to bet on like across all the apps is honestly ridiculous.
Dude,
Like,
I don't bet.
insane.
You know why? Because of all these upsets. Like I would choose wrong. I
Yeah.
would. I would.
And But they're banking that enough people are gonna bet more often than not, and that they're just gonna lose all their money because
Right.
theoretically you
And
can bet every hour on a game, whether money line, odds, point totals, whatever. And I'm like, this is
and they ain't gonna take my money, my friend.
nah, exactly. I'm guarantee you people either lose money or they make money real quick. In this whatchamacallit.
Exactly.
So,
That's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
okay.
What?
Okay.
I'm just looking at my bracket.
Oh, you just okay.
I,
I was like,
Colorado, I didn't know Colorado lost.
yeah, I saw that. They lost to FSU.
Yeah, I picked Florida State.
Of course you do. You've been a Florida State fake alum for years.
I did. I
like
was
the
really proud of
Seminoles.
myself. I picked Oregon State to beat Oklahoma State, so I got that one. I was pretty pumped.
I don't think I picked upsets, but all my upsets ended up losing. So I was just like, well, even the upsets I picked, I was like, this don't make any sense. But anyways,
Yeah. No, but my Midwest is looking nice. I'm excited about that.
I can't bet on things I don't know. That's what it is. Like since Austin got me into this dangerous game of betting.
I didn't do that. You asked me.
You know what? No, I didn't.
You came to me asking me what this is all about.
So I still don't.
You haven't even been losing.
That's not the point, Austin. I only bet on things that I know, and NBA basketball is something that I know, and I know
exactly.
And that's all I stick to. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why you're winning fantasy, even though you didn't want to do it.
The crazy thing about that is half of my draft was auto draft. That's why, like, if I win, I shouldn't. You know what? I'm not gonna. Let me not knock on wood because. Okay. Anyways, that looked weird on camera, but
yeah,
you get the point. Yeah, I don't know. I just, I watch too much basketball. That's like the one thing I always watch is NBA.
I just didn't watch a lot of college basketball. This is the first year in a while, really. I haven't really been into it. Yeah. I just know like U of I, like obviously you know the good teams, but
correct.
But yeah, but besides that, yeah, the question, I'm doing good.
That's good to hear. How's the living situations? How's you and Kate?
How's it panning out?
It's good. No problems.
You seem to be more. Look at you. You seem to be more at peace. I can feel like you have less stress in your life.
You do seem a little bit like
does it?
More just relaxed.
Yeah, you see more. You have more of an upbeat spirit.
I don't have people bothering me all the time.
That's good.
Yeah.
Austin J. You should have did this 3 years ago.
Nah, it was all right for what it was.
Yeah, you had a couple years before the pandemic where you had an amazing experience in Chicago. It's a beautiful thing. You got to go to all the food places, all the music festivals, all that stuff.
We've done it all.
I mean, we're only 26. I still plan. I don't have my life planned out, but I had
We've done a lot of things.
I had a realization the other day, and I was like, "Oh, this is it." But I'm not gonna divulge that because I'm still trying to work through it.
Yeah, that's for another day, my friend.
It is.
But no, yeah, it's been good though. No issues. Good. Yeah, we do our own things. We do things together. It's
as
good.
You should, as a healthy couple should. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, she's watching those. What are those movies called? They're on Netflix. The second one just came out. It's like those love. What is it
called? Originals.
Is it like the To All the Boys I've Loved Before?
Yep. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's those. I think. Sure. I think she's watching that right now. I don't know what it is.
I don't even know what that is.
It was based off of a book.
Yeah.
Oh, got
book series they made movie. It's like a teenage rom-com.
Got you.
Yeah, she's definitely watching the second one right now.
Got you.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
third
Yeah.
one came out, I think, like last month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rachel, how are
Yeah.
you?
I'm doing it.
Hell
And
yeah.
doing it and doing it and
We're
doing it
just
good and okay, I'm sorry.
getting through it.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not great. It's not terrible. It could be worse. You're just figuring it out and trying to navigate.
Yeah.
No,
Sometimes I feel like it's hard to. I lately I've been trying to tell myself it's not that bad. It's
Yeah.
hard to do that, but I try.
In what regards is not that bad, I would ask.
When
Okay.
when I think things are shitty, I just kind of like I've been trying to be like it could be way worse.
Hmm.
Oh,
Like
so you're
off
trying
in any situation. I've been
you're trying
trying to do that more.
you're trying to practice gratitude and appreciation. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a skill. It's a skill. It's a skill.
When I
get
get upset at someone about something, I try to then go like, you should be happy that you even have the things that we have. I try. It is hard though.
Yeah.
It's definitely
But
hard.
that is what I've been doing. So I feel that, Rachel.
Do you
Because
think
Like
it's not good or bad, and it's just like difficult.
yeah, like the way that I've been, because I just feel like lately I'm just like I'm not doing great, and I didn't really know why or how to explain it. But I've come to the realization that like a few years ago, when I was not doing great, my like depression hit first, and then my anxiety came in. And now my anxiety hit first, and it hit way harder and was showing itself in different ways. Like I had to go get like some tests done on my heart because it was making like my heart rate go insane. Um and now I think now my depression is like coming in, and so I'm like in that phase where like I'm exhausted all the time. I don't want to do anything. I just want to sleep. I have absolutely no motivation. But then the anxiety like kicks in. It's like, but what if you don't work? Like, what if you lose your job? Like, you did this really badly today. Like, what if you get fired? Then you can't. And then I just like spiral. So I'm trying to keep myself busy because it's a very slippery slope, and I'm trying not to let myself spiral, and it's just very hard because I can't like do anything. Like I can't go anywhere really. Like I'm just in my house all the time, and like my social tank just like runs out really really quickly. Like I just saw a family this weekend, and then the next day I immediately like I woke up at like 10 a.m. and then I laid on the couch and just slept on and off until 7 o'clock at night. I was just like sleeping on me. So I was just so physically exhausted and mentally exhausted from just like hanging out with Cody's family. Like, and it's not even like, because I mean, like you guys would know, like it's not even like they're like a lot to deal with or anything. Like it's super comfortable, it's super casual. Like they're my family too. Like I love hanging out with them, but I was just like, I was so exhausted and so over it, and I just didn't want to see anyone or eat. Like I didn't even have the energy to talk to anyone. Like I would be half awake, like, and I would get up to go eat a cookie that was sitting on the counter because I knew I needed to eat something. Like it's not great, but we're just trying to get through it because that's all we can do.
Well,
I was trying to think of a song, but I couldn't think of one on the top of my head.
I hope that it gets better for you.
I was trying to figure out a song that would differentiate.
That's all I got for you, because like we talked about last week.
Yeah.
The support you need.
I don't need solutions. Please don't come at me with solutions.
There we go.
Here's
and that's why I
say,
you know what?
You should try this. Go fuck yourself. Don't try and
That's right. And that's why, AJ, I hope you feel better.
That's exactly what I needed. Thank you.
That's why I was gonna sing a song, because the song it's comical, you know.
yeah, I probably wouldn't have loved the song, but I would have hated Solutions
I
more.
feel like it would have been applicable though. That's the thing,
And
Rachel.
yeah,
I feel
in the grand scheme of things, songs would have been better than like a Deji Solution.
you know what I'm saying? I was gonna sing a song. It's gonna come to me. It's about
At least
another
Daisy
episode.
didn't start trying to do Solutions
If you would have
right
started doing
away.
Solutions,
Look
I
at
would
he's
just let it
working
go.
on it. He
No,
didn't
I'm
go
not-
right to
I
like.
I
What if you
teach
tried this?
I teach what I preach,
He tried looking
man.
on the
I
bright
teach
side.
teach what I preach, man. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. Usually I'd be like, hey, this is what we gotta do, man. But it's not it. I just wanted to sing a song.
Remember, just ask what they need.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, that's of course.
No.
And you know what? At least you were gonna go with song first.
Yeah. I appreciate that you immediately knew not to do the solution. Like if there's anything I've taught you during this podcast with you for over a year, the solution. Not
You
the
know
way.
what? I'm trying to unlearn some things that are innate in my being
You are a
Because-
solutions guy.
Yeah.
because of my culture. I don't hate being Nigerian, but there's just some things that Nigerian people do. They always have a solution. It's why we're so maneuverable and adaptable people. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
starting to sound like your dad.
I mean, I am Muhammad.
I know
am.
you are, but you're becoming the thing you don't want to be.
No, never. See,
I'm
don't
just
do that.
kidding.
No,
That's not
don't
what
do
I
that.
meant. Come
I
on.
know. I feel like I take.
You
good
know
part,
what
you
I mean by that, not
you
in
take-
that bad way.
You take some good from here. You take some good from here. You take
Yeah.
some good from here.
Come on.
And I just make them. I make
You
them.
know what I meant. I wasn't
Of
being
course.
mean about it.
Awesome. Trust me. I'm good. Trust me. I know what you meant. Muhammad is. He's a guy. He's a wonderful man. Sometimes.
He's a guy.
We don't have to
It
get
exists.
into it. I already know. It's okay.
Anyway,
Every now and then. Every now and then.
We don't have to get into the Muhammad talk. I understand.
It's getting hot. It's getting hot.
Look, drink more water.
yeah, I was say drink your water.
Talk
Drink the
about
water.
feelings. Shit. Okay.
See what happens when we talk about Muhammad? This is what I was talking about, Rachel. Look at he's getting hot.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm very calm right now. I'm actually very mellow. I'm very relaxed. I'm zen. Okay. I'm zen. I am in the center of me. No, I'm playing. All right. So what are we talking about this week? This week is
Yeah, Rach.
a week.
It is a
Uh,
week. And
It is a week.
I feel like this
Where-
is just
It
the weirdest
is
time.
the start of the week.
It is a Monday, right?
Yeah.
It's Monday.
No, is it Monday?
Recording on Monday,
I think
Oh,
but
yeah.
for you it's
It is
Wednesday,
Monday.
folks.
I don't even fucking know, honestly.
No, it's Monday.
Anyway, this
It's Monday.
It's Monday, confirmed. This week is my week. And we're
Mm,
going to talk about confidence this week because if you work in a corporate job like me, probably have your annual reviews. It's probably that cycle, that time of year where you're having your performance conversation with your boss. And if you are anything like me, you get on the call, you're on a video call, and they're like, so tell me about you. How are you doing? How are you feeling?
Oh, that's the question you were asking. Oh, okay.
Excuse me?
Um,
No, this is a like rhetorical. This is me reenacting the
Okay.
conversation.
I was about to
we
say.
had.
Got you.
And- Thankfully, my boss and I, we have a really great relationship. And she asked me that, and I was just kind of like, she was like, okay, Rachel, listen, I know you don't like talking about yourself, but like this, you have to talk about yourself right now. And I'm like, fine. Like, and I don't like talking about myself. And one thing that has come up in my reviews from work, and I'm comfortable saying this because I know it's something that I personally struggle with, and you two know also that I struggle with this. I'm not a very confident person. And I am not always super confident in like my work. Like I may be very kind of like outgoing in social situations with people that I'm comfortable with. But in work meetings where I'm in meetings with senior level team members, like directors, VPs, like I'm not going to be the first person to speak up and say something, even if I know the answer. I'm just not super confident. And I know it's something I need to work on. And even my boss acknowledged again that it's something that I need to work on. But like personally, how do you like I just don't know how to just be more confident. Like how that's not just like a switch that you can turn on. You're like, you know what? Yeah, starting tomorrow, I'm gonna be more confident. Like it doesn't work that way. So like how you even like where do you where does confidence even come from? Like I just don't like it just like escapes. I don't understand just confidence.
Go ahead, Daisy.
I had nothing
How about
to
you
say.
tell the people you are the most confident person I know? So why don't you go first and explain where your confidence comes from
Again,
and how you got to this point? Because I would like to hear, because I'm also not the most confident person either. So I would like to hear your explanation.
The confidence, again, is something that I did not, I don't want to say, let's see.
Look how slick back you're talking right now. You're already sitting back like you're confident.
Like I'm over here, like hunched over, like fiddling with my hands, like.
Daisy talking about confidence is confidence.
I guess. When I think about it, confidence in general, I guess I've seen a lot of confident people around me, right? So, I mean, one of the people I always think of is obviously my parents, specifically Muhammad. Muhammad is a pretty confident man. He is who he is, and he's not ashamed of that. Second person is my brother. And, you just start seeing more and more people like that. So I guess I had already surrounded myself with a lot of confident people. So then it's like, okay, I'm growing up in confidence. So then like, how do I get to where they're at? But all that took a process, right? So obviously I could go the route of like self-love and like learning how to love yourself and accept yourself, yada, 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 yada. Then you have like when you get the positive affirmations from other people, and then you might have to start to believe it. But honestly, for me, I'm kind of weird and I'm kind of crazy, and I've admitted that to myself. It wasn't until people actively tried to, plot on my downfall in my face, and I chose not to die on that sword. I could go into situations where people who remained unnamed because you know what, you have no power in this arena, meaning my headspace. Um, but yeah, when you have people who are trying to like, basically what I'm trying to say is I've had enough people who've tried to tell me no, and I figured out you can say no, but I'm still gonna be successful or proceed according to what I believe, and I still ended up getting the same outcome, or ended up being super successful. That bred confidence in myself because I learned how to deal with adversity, and in that adversity, um, I learned things about myself that I really like. Like I'm a very naturally like I wouldn't say that I'm a contrarian or I'm opposed to certain things, but I'm somebody who actively likes to be challenged. So if I feel like I'm not being challenged, I'm out. I always am thinking of like new and creative things, um, not in like creative realms, but I'm thinking about new and creative ways to do things. Like I like that a lot about myself. Like I'm actively always trying to figure out what I can do better. And then that stuff just it kept coming. So I guess what I'm trying to say is like I started realizing all these positive things about myself, and in the positivity, I was like, oh, I am the like I am the shit. Like I'm a good person. I'm a good guy. Like you know what I'm saying? Like even to the point where like if you want to be like shallow, or I say shallow, but like accepting of yourself, like I am good looking. Like I have a skin tone that is desirable. Like my nose is not. I'm not vain. I'm not vain. My sister said the word is vain. Um, I don't have.
Suki.
I love that she's just like
Suki
sitting
just
off
didn't
on the
want
side.
Yeah, Suki didn't want you to start naming off. I got good skin. I'm
Yeah,
beautiful.
no. Yeah, so she was
She
telling me.
didn't
So
want to hear.
basically, I was just saying, in short, in synopsis, like you start realizing all the things that you started critiquing and are so insecure about. These are the things that make you you, and confidence is about acceptance, really. It really is. And accepting of yourself. Because when I accepted myself, that meant that like nobody could tell me nothing. As you can see, I got myself into trouble because people can't tell me nothing. Like I'm a very like I'm a me person. Like you're not gonna try to change me, not gonna try to dictate me, you're not even gonna try to tell me what I should be doing. You're like you or where I should improve upon because personally, I already know that. Not like a selfish thing, but like I know my weak points. Like I've sat down with myself and I realized like I suck at communication when it comes to writing it, but I'm great when it comes to communicating with people in person or over the phone. I just I just have to admit like I suck at English. I suck at typing English, but I'm working at it all the time. Like that's something I'm aware of. But I don't know. That's I guess for me the answer is just acceptance, and it I'm talking about for me acceptance because ACCEPTANCIE. I hope I spelled that right, but acceptance. Because
Acceptance.
I always talk about how I love myself, but you guys might think that's being egocentric, but I truly do love myself because I accept myself.
I'm just laughing because of you, not because of what you said.
Yeah, no, I know I'm a fool. I know I am. I know I'm a goofy person.
You just, you just, when you were saying stuff, it just reminds me of Booby Miles, literally.
Booby Miles, I am the greatest.
God made
Movie,
Booby
movie,
beautiful.
beautiful. But it's true though, right? Like, I guess you gotta look at it from like, I guess I look at it from the standpoint of like, I guess a lot of men don't think about it this way, but why do you think women are actively telling themselves that they're beautiful, that they don't have to change their body, like they don't have to do all these things, right? It's positive affirmations and the things that you tell yourself in order for you to instill positive practices to accept yourself that make you feel confident. So if you don't want to be validated by other people, you have to tell yourself these things, right? It's just a thing you do, right? Everybody does it, but we just don't. We act like it's weird to do it, For when you play sports, it's like if you don't lift the most weights, how are you competitive? Or if you're not the fastest, how do you compensate, right? If you're not the most attractive guy, what do you usually have? A great personality and a great sense of humor, right? You figure out these ways.
Boo.
I'm just saying.
I
you know,
just, you have a great personality, but I think I just want to be friends.
that's what I have to say. You wasn't that nice.
You saying that was just like.
But I'm just saying that because
Ah.
that's the go-to, right? Or if you're the smartest person, that usually means you don't know how to talk to people, right? So it's just we figure out things to make it work for us. So I don't know. I don't have the answers. I'm just telling you what works for me. Learning to accept the things that people thought were weaknesses or they thought weren't acceptable for a young black man. Um, I'm not
A
gonna
lot of
get
air
into the.
quotes, dude.
There's a lot of air quotes because a lot of people act like they are for the culture or they're doing the culture a favor, but they're actually just trying to stroke their ego. Um, so that's it.
Oscar,
Uh,
anything?
um, well, it's, I, I, I just want Deja to go first because he is the most confident
Oh
person,
yeah.
so I appreciate it.
Oh, man.
I don't know. Um, let's see. For myself, for confidence, I would say like it's weird. I feel like sometimes I go from like two extremes, like extremes. Like sometimes I go like I guess like too confident. Not too
Uh-huh.
confident. to make me like an asshole almost. I'll just be like,
Okay.
I go like that much. Like I'll be up there. I'm like, yeah,
Okay.
you are the fucking man. Just like you are, like I do, but it does help. Like, but nobody
does.
likes that guy. But sometimes you have to be an extreme for yourself if
Mhm.
you're all the way down. So like,
Mhm.
I feel like I'm trying to find a good balance because
Okay.
sometimes I'm like super confident, and sometimes like I'm like I hate like everything. I hate how I look. I hate what I'm doing. I hate what everything. Like I look in the mirror, I'm like, you suck. Like
Sheesh.
I'm telling you what
Not funny,
happens.
but like I
Some
get it.
days
Yeah, no, I
no,
get
it's
it.
okay to laugh because it is funny, but it's the truth.
Not like
Some days I look at myself and I'm like, you know what? You got it today. And sometimes I'm like, you suck. Like at everything. Like you suck. Like you didn't work out yesterday. Look at you. And I just like I have a talk. I have a talk with myself. I go like in the mirror / the shower. That's my thinking space. I'm like, what are you doing? It's either you're gonna be better or you're not.
Mm.
It's simple as that. But but like today, not confident day. I did my hair today because I
it
thought it
looks
would
good.
look better. Yeah, but then like I come home and well, I did work out today, but I'm like, hey, I just don't know if I'm like. I always like tell her, I'm like, you could probably do better.
Mhm.
That's funny because I know that's just who you are, but that's
Did
just a,
you not say
yeah,
shit
it's
like
actually
that? Because I'm like, I sometimes I was thinking, I'm like, I don't know if I'm doing the best I can, like
Mhm.
for you. So I don't know. Maybe you could. She's like, you need to stop.
yeah.
She's like, you need to go back to therapy, bro. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry, okay. Today, not confident day.
Yeah.
Mm.
Then some days I go, who could you find better than me? We laugh,
It's
we have a
simple.
good time, we
Exactly.
do fun things together. And then today I'm like, yeah, look at me.
Yeah.
Look at you. Look at me. Look at you.
Look at
Do you think
you.
it's
Look
harder to
at
be
us.
confident about yourself in a relationship or single?
Both. I guess both in different ways. I've had it both.
Because like I
Sometimes
feel
I
like
think like in relationships, like the other person can make you not feel confident as well as
Yeah,
also
that's the
make you
thing.
feel confident.
yeah.
So
The,
like um I don't know. I haven't it hasn't been there with with Kate now, but like before it's happened. Like
mhm.
Yeah.
but like when you're single, I think the confidence is just about um just initiating talking to another person. Like that
Yeah.
like in those like a couple weeks ago when we were talking about that or like the wingman stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's the confidence is like are you able to talk to someone else that you don't know in
Yeah.
yourself? Can you do it? Do you
Yeah.
believe? Do you look good tonight? Do you have, are you
Yeah.
on
See,
point?
I never worry about that one because I always come dressed head to toe.
See
So
this? The overconfidence
it's not. So
is
okay,
just
here's a.
shining through. No,
I have a
I know.
question.
We give you a
I,
hard
no,
time.
I have a question though, because you brought up a
Uh-huh.
good point, Austin. About when you're in a relationship, how the other person can make you feel unconfident. So I don't. Is it because like when I like the things that I struggle with are not like they're not. I don't want to call they're not superficial relationship issues. Like what I mean by that, they're not superficial. It's like, am I being a good person for this person? Like, am I aligned to what she needs and what she
Yeah.
wants?
Mhm.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, that's something that like will hurt your confidence because that if you're not doing it right, you could potentially be a very toxic person, but you could be a very good person in general.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I tell Kate all the time.
Like,
That's
there's
what I
just
mean by that. Like, am
Okay.
I like, I don't know if I'm the best. Like,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Like, I know that you love me, right? But am I the person? Like,
Mm.
you know what I mean? Like, I could be toxic without even just being a good person, like you said. But vice versa, like the
Yeah.
like you said, just in the
Yeah.
relationship. Like
but it's
sometimes that's how I feel.
and it's even like it can't even be like superficial things like that. Like I'm like, you've been with like such pretty people and like really like
Okay,
you
I see what
just
you're
want to be
saying.
with me? Like, come on. Like it can be superficial like that. Like
Yeah.
we're both
No,
like
that
we're both
definitely
trying to lose
happens.
weight right now. And he's a guy and he works like a physical labor job. And so in a week he can lose like 6 pounds and already starts getting ab definition. And I'm like, look, you're fucking hot. And I'm like, I've been running for like 3 months and I've lost a pound. Like, it's just like, fucking seriously, like, you look amazing and you're with a couch potato. Like, you could be with anyone else. Like, it's just
Yeah, I said
annoying.
that today too.
Enjoy being with attractive people.
I
I'm
don't.
Like,
I
with
if
you.
don't.
it's the
I
ugly,
don't know where. I don't know where I fit in here. So.
Yeah. We know, Daisy. I don't want to hear how model Daisy is
I'm
out
joking.
here
I'm
doing this
joking.
thing
I'm
again.
joking. I'm joking. I'm just
It's
saying. I don't
okay.
know. Because this is like, it's interesting to hear this because I never,
Yeah.
I never
I
once.
told Cam, like, yeah, I'm sorry I don't look as good for you anymore as I used to. I literally do that. And she's like,
yeah, I do all the time.
you do look good. And I'm like, but is it that you just seen me so long that like you
Yeah.
haven't seen the difference? I
Or we've
told her
been
that
together, so you
today.
have to say that. Like, you have to say I look good. You're not going to
No,
tell
it's
me.
Yeah.
it's
I
the
was doing
eyes.
that shit today. I was like, you like, are you gonna tell me if it becomes a problem? She's like, are you gonna get mad if I tell you it's a problem?
I want
I was
my.
like,
Yeah. No,
I
that's
want my.
so dangerous though, because I did that shit in a past relationship, and dude fucking told me that I was slipping and not looking great, and then it was not. It was not
right.
But that's what I want.
not a
I
good
mean,
situation.
that's what I
Yeah,
want.
it is a slippery slope, but I would like her to tell me. I said,
Yes,
you don't have to like be mean about it, but you
like
could
you
like be
want
like,
her
hey,
to tell you,
yo.
but like you also don't want to hear it. You
Mm,
know, like obviously, if I don't look great and I'm letting myself get bad, like I want to know. Like I don't want to let myself get like disgusting, but also like I don't want to hear that you think that I'm starting to look not great. It's just like a double-edged
yeah,
sword. Like there's
exactly.
no right way to do
Oh,
that, and
excuse
there's
me.
no right way to receive that information that doesn't just destroy you.
Uh, so I have a question. So
Okay.
when you think about confidence, is is it hard to believe it because you see all these flaws in you? Because I think a lot of confidence is just realizing that like everybody's human. We're gonna have things that we're good at. We're gonna have things that we excel at. Like basically, what I'm trying to say is I'm a confident person because I know at the end of the day, I humble myself. That's really why I am confident. Like I'm no better than Austin or you, Rachel. I'm no better than anybody in this world. For me, we're all on the same level, and I try to live that out actively. Now, the reason why I feel like that is because I know that there's people that are gorgeous. I know there's that are way stronger. There's people that are way more charming. There's people that are more eloquent than me. But I'm okay where I'm at because like base denominator, I'm like, okay, it's better to be humble and to realize like this is what I got to work with. That's what I mean. Like, is it because we don't is it because we don't like is it because we don't like the hand that we're dealt? You don't like the tools that's in your toolkit.
Yeah.
You don't like the songs that's on your playlist.
Well, like
Okay,
it's
I got one more. I got one more. You don't like the movies in your queue. Hold on, I got one more. I got one. No, I'm playing. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
it's like it's part of it is, for me at least, part of it is just not liking things about myself. but then that's also like, what's what I'm thinking of? It's also just like backed up by being told that by other people.
Okay, I can see
So
that.
it's like, it'd be one thing if I just like was like, oh, you know, like I've gained some weight and I really don't like it. It's a totally different thing when like I already think that about myself and then it's also being said to me.
Mm.
So it's already hard enough as a person to get over your own internal like struggles and dislikes of yourself without that being like reinforced by outside parties.
Okay, I understand that. The reinforcement, it definitely it can mess your head up.
Yeah.
It can mess your head up.
So like anyone out there, like if you tell your partner to let you know when you're like not looking great, don't
Don't get mad at them.
don't
I was
do
about to
that.
say,
'Cause that'll
Or
fuck
don't
you
get
up.
mad. Yeah.
Because I was actually told and it fucked me up. Like it's not, don't do that. As much as
so
you think you can handle it, you probably can't and it'll
I think I
Yeah.
could. Cause you know what? I've started to learn something about myself. I like being called out. I generally like people who call me out on my shit because I love being held accountable. Like if I could be better, tell me
Mhm.
where I can be better. So that's
Yeah.
why I'm interested. Cause I don't know
I
if I'll
like
ever
that in
be
a
fat,
certain way, though.
Yeah.
but I like
Because
that all
it's
You
like,
throughout
hold
life.
it in a certain way.
and it's like told
Okay,
in a
I
certain
understand
way, but
the
it's
delivery.
also about certain things. So it's
Okay.
about like whether it's about something that you can change or something you can't. Like
Hmm.
if someone was just like, you know, the like if it was just something like stupid, like, oh, you know, I really think I like your hair better longer or shorter. Like that's something that, you know, is an easy fix. But if it's something that's like about you as like a person and something that you can't change, like that's really
That's
hard.
yeah. That's annoying actually.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because like it's not
Oh,
something you can easily change to just like fix so that everything works.
Yeah. Like
Like,
weight loss is hard
yeah.
it's a
in
struggle.
And
general.
even
Like
like,
as an example, it's so hard. Like in general, like let's just say for me, example, I like I may have like gained some weight in general because we're not playing football anymore. But
Right.
I'm not like I'm not necessarily out of shape. I just gained more weight. But my whole family is like heavier people.
Hmm.
So I would say I'm like the healthiest person in my family, but I still would like to be better. But it's just harder for me.
mhm,
Like there's other people where it's almost genetics too. It's hard.
Yes.
Like it's a weight
True.
loss thing. I'm saying like it's like it all goes into the confidence. Like it's just
yeah.
it's hard.
No,
It's
you're right.
hard to do that.
Like that's why I never worry. I never worry about my weight because I've always been really skinny. But like
Mhm,
on top of that, like I'm by far the healthiest person in my family. Like besides, like my sister will do all like the weight, will do all the like dietary stuff. I want to try any like new food. We didn't do keto, but like when we do the cleanse every year. But after that, I work out like 4 or 5 times a week. Like
yeah.
that's just something I'm just used to. Like I realized I'm probably always gonna be like this. Like I'm probably always gonna be this size. Um, but that's not like I don't look at that from the standpoint of like me hardworking. I look at the standpoint of like my dad just turned 60, and the last 2 years he just started getting a gut. So I'm like, my mom is probably the skinniest she's ever been,
Mhm,
like in general. So I'm like, I don't know if it's in the cards for me, but I know that because I deal with tests, like this is something that like she potentially could view as like a frustrating point because like you don't even understand the struggle. But
mhm,
it's like, how am I supposed to understand it? Like I can't, like how do I instill confidence in somebody that I ain't been a part of it? Like I've never been called fat. Like I don't even understand that body dysmorphia in your head as as a woman, right? You know what I'm saying? One, as a woman, and two, as a I'm gonna just say this as a white woman because typically y'all are not viewed from the standards of having bodies and curves. Like you're used to the standard of beauty is very petite. You know what I'm saying? So like I can't even help you with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I you look great. I can tell you're skinnier. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's this those things. Like, I try, you try, but it's like
Hmm.
half the time I'm like, I'm not even doing shit. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I'm like, maybe I should just shut up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or you try to help with like a workout and you'd be like, you know what? I don't want to go down that rabbit hole because,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just ask me to work out, man. I'll do that anytime.
Yeah.
Also used to
But it,
ask me to run all the time, and I used to be like, come on, man, I'm tired. And we could still be out on that field. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
24/7, 365.
And it's even harder because like obviously weight loss is something that a lot of people struggle with. I mean, it's obviously something
Correct.
you struggle with, but it's
Hmm.
also hard when you are told that your like mental illnesses, something that you really can't help is too much for someone to deal with.
Yikes.
Like that, like,
Yikes.
weight loss is a hard thing. I understand that. But I understand that in a relationship, I let myself go. I slipped really badly because I had a lot of stuff going on in my family and in my personal life, and I was really not in a good place. And it was too much for this person to deal with. And so they bailed over things that I just like, I can't help my mental illness. I can't change that. I can, take the steps to to try and be better, but like that's actually something that I can't change. And so already struggling with just having a mental illness and having anxiety and depression and body dysmorphia and all of those other problems, and then someone telling you actively that they don't like something about you that you actually cannot change
That's gonna add to it.
does some real damage.
Yeah, that's gonna add. I feel conflicted by what you said because in those situations, I like you see both sides, right? Like I'm I'm fighting every day just to make it through the day,
Mhm.
but then it's like the other person's like, but I just want somebody who's present. You know what I'm saying? Like I just
Yeah,
want somebody. I want a participant in this relationship,
yeah,
and that's a struggle because it's like, how long do you wait before you're like, okay, I don't want to seem insensitive, but like, is it ever gonna get better? Like, where's the? Because that's what we're doing.
yeah.
We're doing that right now. Like, I was with my sister and her friend, um, and they was both like, look, when summer hit, we're out every day during the summer. I said, but we're still in the pandemic. They said pandemic don't mean nothing to us. That's how people are moving now.
Yeah,
That's how people are moving, and that's fine. But it's the same thing when you get into that situation because now so many more people are aware. Like, I really struggle with some shit. Like, I really like, even if it's not serious, people are like so much aware. Like, okay, I'm dealing with this thing that I'm not used to, but it doesn't feel normal, right? It's so how do I work through it? Like, you don't want to just sit in it. Like, you try to learn about it, but like that's only so much. You try to figure out to go to therapy. That's so much, but it doesn't help. So you kind of need to rely on other people because human beings need people. So it's part of it is like you got to feed into people when they need it.
yeah.
You can't be a hammer is what I'm trying to realize. Can't be a jackhammer. You can't be the Incredible Hulk all the time.
A jackhammer? You mean just like you could just a normal hammer, like pounding? That's
There's
a
no such thing as a jack.
jackhammer.
Yeah, a jackhammer.
Yeah, but that's like
You can't be a
That,
jackhammer. That's what it was. See, I did the wrong motion. I'm sorry, but it's because I was thinking about pounding. Y'all are dirty. Anyways,
that's not even what I was trying to say. I was just trying to figure out what hammer you wanted.
I want to be a jack. You can't be a.
You gave me this hammer with a jackhammer. It's not a jackhammer.
Sorry, I had to think about it. I don't want to be a jackhammer. Okay.
anyway,
Okay, so then I guess give and take, right? Um,
yeah,
so then how I mean, we talked about the struggles with confidence. let's talk about cultivating it because that's what's important. You got to figure
Yeah.
out ways that work for you.
Well,
Sorry, I had to take a drink. So, what are some
You're
ways
good.
that we can cultivate confidence?
I need you guys to
mm,
tell me. I don't know.
Okay, here's one thing I always do. There's one thing literally I always do. Like I'm being so serious.
Daisy, the life coach.
It's so serious. It's funny that you say that. My brother thinks I should be one. And I'm like, I don't understand life at all. But the one I always do is do something that you're great at. Do that to start your day, or to start your day, or just do it throughout one time a day, and that automatically will give you like self confidence or confidence. So like for me, um, maybe it'll be like playing a game of Mario Kart against the computer or something silly like that. You know, like I do
Mhm.
something that you're good at, like cooking um, or what's another one that I do? Obviously singing because the vocals are heavenly. Basically, what I'm saying is do things that you enjoy, but at least if you're good at it, you should do it once a day because if you're good at it, it's going to just keep on building self confidence. Just like people who play basketball or people who play football or people who are artists, just work at your craft is what I'm saying. I like to do that stuff. I mean, I have other ones, but that's my go to. Um, I think another thing about self confidence is just making you laughing at yourself. So I actively do that all the time.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's why I'm always laughing at myself. I was gonna say
Laughing at
laughing with
him.
you, laughing with, laughing with you guys.
Uh,
You know what
I
I'm singing?
think trying not to talk bad about yourself.
That's a good one.
You don't even have to talk good about yourself, but maybe just not talk bad. I have to do that for myself too. But
Yeah.
I think even just not saying, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Like I'm
like,
definitely not nice to myself.
right. I'm with you. I mean, we'll see what happens when I wake up tomorrow.
Every
Yeah.
time.
I'm brushing my teeth and I look at myself and it'll either be good or bad. So I'm with you though. I feel like not also like telling your partner like, you know, the bad things too. Like that. It's like
Yeah.
you could be
You
with
gotta.
anyone else.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Or like, yeah, like just me telling her I'm just not a good person. When I am a good person, for the
Yeah.
I
most
can't
part.
deal with this. I can't deal with this.
They just dealt with it. I
Yeah,
do this.
definitely,
I don't even just
definitely.
do this kid. I do this to everybody because
Yeah,
I'm an up and down
Yeah.
person. Not even just like with confidence, just in anything.
yeah. But everybody is. Everybody's up and down. So.
Yeah, but just like that, and just like Daisy said, just like just trying to be like okay with who you are right now.
Mm.
Like always like strive to be better, but like being okay with who you are, the person now, like will bring happiness more. I have to work on that myself as well.
I did this one thing a few years ago that helped out a lot. So I don't know why I thought of it. I don't even know what happened, but like I wrote in my journal and I thought about the man I wanted to be, and then I wrote it down, and then looking at who that man was, I got excited to like meet that person, if that makes sense. So it was a weird thing, but basically what it instilled in me is that the like I said, it's a positive for me. I constantly instill it in my own head. The fact that I thought that person or that man, I should say that man, that version of myself was like the most amazing thing, that gave me so much joy because it's like I know I can accomplish that one day. It doesn't, and even if I don't, I know I can get some of those characteristics, or even if I do half of that, like I'm still way better off than like I thought. You know what I'm saying? Like I just think of
Yeah.
stupid. I do stupid shit like that though. So like that's just me.
No, but I
Like
can agree with you because I think like for me at least part of it, at least for like my physical confidence is like I will constantly compare myself to how I looked or the shape
Yeah.
that I was in when I was like 16.
Yep.
And that's just a stupid fucking thing for me to do. That was 10 years ago. Like, I was actually a child. Like, I'm never gonna look that way again because I was literally a fucking child and I'm a grown adult now. Like, that's just not
Mm-hmm.
realistic. And so that's something that I always struggle with and always have to remind myself is like I'm never gonna look that way again, and that's okay. And I shouldn't, because I've changed a lot. I've grown a lot. My
Mm-hmm.
body's been with me through a lot and has gotten me to this point. So I have to appreciate it for the journey that it's been on with me, which has definitely helped. But it's hard to just kind of see where I'm at now versus where I want to go. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just like, I don't know. I think one thing for me, at least, that's helped is like trying to like, instead of just looking at one huge end goal, to try and break it up into smaller attainable pieces. Like, instead of like for weight loss, instead of looking at like this massive change that I want to see, like breaking it up into like however much a month or however many workouts a week or this, that, or the other. So it's more achievable, and you're not, I feel like you're less setting yourself up for failure with smaller goals than like one big.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, accomplishing goals definitely give you a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
Awesome. How the hell do you look like you're like in deep thought?
I was listening.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I know I wasn't looking at the camera. I'm just like listening
No, you
and
you were looking.
thinking.
I was like, damn, son, what got you? What got your frown upside down? Hmm?
Oh no. I was thinking about um when I lost a lot of confidence, or like when I was at a very low point.
I think we were.
When
I think
Rachel was talking about everything, I was just like going into
Like
my brain,
flashback.
pulling something out. Yeah. It was in football, like when we were in college.
I'm trying to think
I
about the. Go ahead.
Nah, I was just thinking about senior year of football because that was such a shitty time.
Yes, it was. It was rough for all of us. We was all down bad.
Yeah,
You
like
know.
I'm thinking back, like when Rachel was talking about it, I was just like thinking back to when this all started. The lowest
That's
confidence I had was, it wasn't even because of anything else. It was literally because of that.
yeah, but you know what's funny about that is most of the time confidence is highly affected when you don't have a strong sense of confidence by others. Because that whole
Right.
situation, that wasn't you. That was the powers that be. That's what I'll call them. Um, that's what I'll call them. The powers that be.
Yeah.
It was they this perception or this whatever they had.
But
It
yeah,
wasn't
you
right.
know what I'm saying. It
Of
just,
course, of course, of course. Though. You know,
yeah, but
sports.
that's when it really, that was, man, I'm thinking back on that.
That's probably where it started. Because you never had to question it before then. Think about it. Every time, he was one of the best or one of the
Yeah.
fastest. Only thing that
Yeah,
stopped you
but
was
he did that not just for me. I think most, yeah, like you said, like a lot of us, like,
exactly sports though. That's the politics of sports. But the only thing
yeah,
that stopped you
Rachel,
was the
the powers that be
powers
really
that be.
ruined a lot of people's self confidence for forever. I would say, at least for
Yeah,
me,
no, it did for a time for
it
me.
takes a little piece out of you.
It
Yeah.
does.
I'm good
But
now, but it did take me a long time to get to where I am now from
of
that
course,
point, because it
even
affected everything in my life.
yeah, it's weird when something gets taken away from you, but you've always had it. Like people don't understand that. I feel like people really don't understand that unless they play sports. Because sports will give you a lot of blessings and a lot of joys, but at the same token, it will give you a lot of hardship, a heartache, just and a lot of indecision. So sports was one of those things that you relied on so heavily.
Yeah, and then one day you're just like done forever.
Which was weird though. When I was done, I was done.
I was okay with being done, Rachel, because that's how shitty it was.
Yeah.
I was done from a body perspective. Like I couldn't even.
But like mentally, that year, Rachel, our last year, I mean, it was mentally exhausting.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes, it was.
We all just wanted to be done. Like when it was done,
it was done.
Like it was done. Like I mean, me and Deji didn't even work out for a hot minute either. Like we didn't do anything.
Stop putting my business on these, man.
No.
I worked out.
No. You are always the person that does work out, but we did take a hot minute off. So don't act like we didn't.
Oh, after football or in football season?
No, after football. When it was done.
After football season.
A hot, long time.
I didn't step in the gym for the rest of the
It took us a long time to get back into there because it just I mean, it was draining. Yeah, it was just
and it was for me, I don't know about you, Austin, but for me, that was almost I would like to say that was probably the roughest 6 years of my life.
4?
No, 6, because it started in high school for me. You know this.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. So for me, that was probably, and that's why I don't, this is why I have problems with people who take advantage of the situation, especially when you're a grown man and you're trying to lead a group of young men or boys to become better men. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not.
Yeah, sorry, Rachel, but it was this is about confidence overall.
It is because
there was a point when there was like it was all there and it was just taken away from not just me, a lot of people at one time.
It's cool though. I still had my bravado. I look back at those times and I was like, at least I was still me. At least I spoke up, and you know what? I was still as bold and as vain as I ever was, because of just see perfect timing, local ledger moment. So let me just break it down to you like this, royalty. I was a 17-year-old boy. The powers that be at Streamwood, they had felt. Let me just break it down timeline. The season had started. Before the season had started, the power that be gave me an ultimatum, basically saying, do what I say, otherwise I'm going to jeopardize your potential college career. In choice words, very choice words. I took that. And you know what I said? I said, fuck you. After that, the season progressed. And my fuck you attitude as well as my actions continued. I'm talking about I was doing handstands in practice. Coaches were telling me what to do. I was sitting my ass on the sidelines. And I was just, I wanted to make a point that even with all these antics, that every time I go on that field, I produce. So for you to be doing all this shit to me, fuck you. It got to the point where our team was structured the way it was structured, that they only put me in during key moments of the game when they needed a big play or they needed a reliable defender. I don't need to say any more than that. But the highlight of it was I got to the award ceremony or whatever for the team, blah, blah, blah. The power that be said some very shade shit, basically. And you know what happened? I stole the sweater and a couple of shorts, and I walked my happy ass out. And I said, fuck you for the rest of my life. We don't need to talk about it no more, but I just got mine. And like I'm saying, I stay true to who I am. I stay true to who I am. I don't bend to nobody's will. That is you know what? Let me not do it, because I do this every time. But that's the local legend moment. I don't want to get all into it. But if you think I'm lying, check the sources. They was all there. I was very brash. I was very outspoken, and I don't give up. Excuse me.
Look at JG getting worked up. Look at him.
Let me calm myself down.
He's trying to be simple, Rachel.
Go
Riz,
fuck
this is
up.
what happens. You talk about football one time. I'm sorry.
You
This
see,
is my
you see what happened? I didn't even want to do this. All I wanted to
Yeah.
say is that I had the, I had the
Okay.
confidence
Let's circle
to
back.
stand
It's
up.
okay.
All I was saying,
Woosah, woosah. You know,
it's gonna be okay. He's not here
it's fine.
anymore. He's
It's
gone
fine. It's
forever.
fine. First of all, let's not wish that. I don't wish bad on the man. It's just that's not
No,
how you
no,
move
no.
as a.
No. I
It's not how you
didn't
move
wish
as a grown
bad
man.
about someone. I said he is gone. Like as
Forever. I
like
mean,
not in like forever. Like you.
I don't feel so
for
good,
you.
Mr. Stark. That's what I think. You know what I say? I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark. You know, I don't want
No,
that.
I
For
meant
that,
like
man.
you never have to see that person ever again. That's what I
Yeah.
meant.
Why do you have to make it? Oh.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's I don't like.
What
to
did I
think about
do?
this.
No, he
You know,
was saying like Infinity War things.
yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
so good. Honestly,
Making
I
me
love
sad.
I love watching that movie, but
He's
first
such
of
a
all,
good actor.
first of all,
I can't.
I'm getting there. I'm doing this for anticipation. I am so mad at Warner Brothers Studios because y'all literally had the franchise in y'all hands and y'all decided to go with that trash and everybody hates DC. I did not know. Let me not talk about it. I did not know that's what we could have had. That's what you could have came with? DC as your first movie?
They're a bunch of phonies.
As your first movie?
Yeah. It was a billion times better.
I haven't seen like any DC movies.
Oh,
And
Rachel,
man.
don't even watch the bad Justice League movie. Just watch the
the
new
Snyder
one
Cut.
that came out. Yeah, it's so much better.
The
But
way
like
it
I
could,
haven't even like I've only seen Man of Steel. I haven't seen.
you don't need
Oh,
to
and
see
I
any
think
of
I
that.
saw part of Aquaman, but I haven't seen.
Well, if you
Aquaman,
buy
I
no,
haven't
you don't need to watch that. But
seen-
so like, you don't even have to watch Batman vs Superman. But
You don't.
the extended edition is on HBO Max.
Yeah,
That one's
or, like-
better. That's actually the better version, which
Yep.
is also Zack Snyder not being able to put out his version in the theater again.
Yep.
Like, so the extended version is way better for that movie. And
Yep.
that's like this is like his progression. It went like Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, and then this movie, the new
Okay.
movie.
Okay.
So
When
if you're
I
gonna
say-
watch the Batman vs. Superman, I would watch the one on HBO Max because it's the like his version.
Okay.
Yeah. And when I tell you that the way they clipped the movie in the theaters is such a fucking disgrace. Like honestly, it just shows you why you should never let the executives
Oh.
make decisions.
Rachel, the differences. I'm serious. Don't
Well,
watch
like,
the
I
bad
mean,
one
even if,
because
like,
it's like they only used. They said they used in this new one. It was like 20 minutes combined of the 4 hours
Yes.
from the theater
Yes.
version in this. That's
Yes.
how much they just didn't use it.
Yes.
well, like I know I like was kind of like reading about it, and wasn't so the guy that ended up coming in and finishing the original Justice League was the director of like Age of Ultron, which we all know is like the worst Avengers movie.
I like Ultron as a villain. I thought he did a very good
Yeah,
job.
but like
Why
the
did you-
movie overall. Like if
I
you
feel
compare
like-
if you compare Age of Ultron to like I mean anything like the Russo brothers did, day and night.
Yep.
Way
I-
different.
He
But
did
I
the
look-
first Avengers movie too, though,
Okay,
which was
but I-
good.
But
mean,
I understand
It
it.
was fine, but like it was fine because like that's all that we had. But then going and getting like the Russo brothers, not even close, not even close.
Yeah, but the one thing I will always say about Marvel villains is that they're not cynical enough for me. Like they're like
Ultron
they're-
is cynical if they.
Yeah.
That's why I love
but
him.
I think they're gonna use him again, though. That's what.
I-
I'm
yeah,
saying.
I don't think
that's
he's-
why I love. You have to have a certain like Joker makes sense to me. Bane makes sense to me. Loki, love him, but like doesn't make sense to me.
What about them?
Be- Thanos, perfect. That was probably the most perfect. Like, and I'm talking about young Thanos, not like old Thanos. I miss Gamora as a baby. I'm talking about I'm trying to take these rings and destroy the universe. Honestly,
Well, like, yeah, like
I,
when they do King the Conqueror, I hope they make him like cynical because he is.
he's
He's the
I love it.
conqueror of worlds and time.
Killmonger, like it's the cynicism for villains for me. Like you have to have one, you have to have a great reason. Like Thanos, I'm tired of all these useless human beings taking up all the world's resources. So how do we make sure that the resources last longer and make sure that the best, the cream of the it's flawed. I mean, we all know it's terrible. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's very Hitler-esque. I'm not,
Yeah.
But
it's
like
bad.
I also saw maybe it was like a TikTok or something that if you go into the Guardians of the Galaxy movie when they're like being admitted to the prison, you see it's like on the screen that Gamora is actually the last living of her kind. Like they never
Yeah.
went back to the planet. That whole planet, that whole species is gone. So like
Yeah,
Thanos didn't actually like his whole thing like didn't actually work because it just like wiped out an entire species and civilization.
Oh.
Yeah, because if you remember that scene where he takes her as a baby, he
They
he
killed
killed
half the
half of them
population.
on the planet, like
Yeah.
shot them. So then
Oh.
when he snapped them, they're just all gone.
Oh, you think?
Oh.
Yeah.
But no,
Oh,
this
I
was
didn't
but
think-
it was pre-snap that
Oh,
Guardians of
yeah,
the
yeah.
Galaxy happened.
Well, maybe
and
they
she's
just
the
blew
last
up the
one of her
world.
kind. I don't know.
They could have just blown up the world after.
But that defeats the purpose of his whole plan.
Well, he also said he was doing that and then hoping that they survive as a like they could have just died off.
And they did.
Yeah.
Anyway,
He did that because he thought he was a savior, but the world maybe just didn't last even after he did that.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, does Thanos fail in real life?
What?
I mean,
does Thanos fail
without
in
the
real life?
stones, or like
No.
Is he Hitler?
Young no.
What?
That's what I'm saying. He's very young Thanos.
Well, I'm
On
just
his
saying
quest.
that as like, is that what we're saying? Like one of
I don't
those
know.
people? Like it's almost the same concept.
No, it is, but he's so much more powerful. And I'm talking
Are
about
you
powerful.
saying Thanos not in human form? Like you're saying the actual person?
I'm saying Endgame, real life. Does Thanos
With
get
no
stopped?
superheroes? Just like
No. You would have to have superheroes. You can't have like,
I'm just trying to comprehend
this is
what
too
you're
far off.
saying.
This is too far off the topic of
you're right.
confidence.
You're right, Rachel.
Too far.
Thanos did have confidence that
Man.
he was gonna snap
And bondage.
half of the universe.
And
out
you
of
know what? He
existence.
got his
What he
head
said?
chopped off because of it.
What he said?
But he
I'm
also did succeed.
He is
I'm
inevitable.
inevitable. That's the
He is
ultimate flex of confidence.
inevitable, and so is confidence for everyone. Confidence is inevitable.
Right, we gotta loop
Remember
that
that.
back around. Circle back.
For all of us, confidence is deep down somewhere, and it's inevitable to pop up.
I'm inevitable. And he said,
You could just put a meme of like confidence and you snapping the finger. Confidence.
and then you said,
Inevitable.
No. Then the real flex of confidence was Robert Downey Jr., aka Tony Stark. Well, guess what? He just said, he said, I'm Iron Man. So,
More confidence.
I said,
You
oh
want to
my.
see confidence? Iron
Tony
Man.
Stark.
BDE. Iron Man had all of it, bro. All of it.
That's right.
You're right.
All right. Well, I think that's a wrap. Even though we talked about
Superhero. We can't
It's
not.
okay.
Honestly,
I got
it's most of my life at this point.
I'm just saying, I can't believe that they really did that to DC, which arguably has some of the best. Could you? I'm not gonna go get into it again.
That's
Don't
me
go
another
into it.
episode.
Not
We
gonna
can
go
just
into
do
it.
a Justice League one if Rachel watches it, because I mean, it
Well,
was so.
if we do an episode on reviewing the Snyder Cut, I will
Well,
watch the Snyder Cut.
First of all, we were supposed to do a Bridgerton one, but that never happened. But
I mean, I'm still down to do Bridgerton, still down to do WandaVision. When Falcon and Winter Soldier is over, like we can do a Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, but since Justice League right now, Rachel, if you have time,
it's 4 hours. It's 4 hours.
don't do
This
it
is
during
easy.
the week. This is like a
like a
maybe
dedicate a day.
like a Sunday morning.
Okay.
Yep. That's
Okay,
what I would
I
do.
can do that. I can.
Because you know what I mean. Because it actually. This is no
This is-
joke. This is 4 hours. I mean,
It's
there's
not
no.
something you like start and stop and start and stop. Like you just.
I stopped it like 5 times already. So
No. It gives you chapters. Like he
Oh,
does
okay.
it on purpose to like take not a long break, but if you need to go to the bathroom or something, whatever.
Yep.
He does it like a play almost.
Okay.
it's
So
very good. It's very well thought out. So that's
and
why.
if you never saw the bad one, this will be even better for you.
Yeah,
Honestly, because it was shit.
very much.
I know.
Very
That's why,
much.
like, I
After
heard that about
seeing
all
this,
the
it was shit.
movies, which is why I never saw them.
No, I liked Aquaman. It was alright. Like it wasn't a bad.
Aquaman,
Like
it was
Aquaman-
fine. I liked
Aquaman was
Man
solid.
of Steel,
Aquaman was
Man of
solid.
Steel it was solid.
but I
It
didn't.
was
I heard
solid.
Wonder Woman was not good. I heard
The first
like,
Wonder
Young
Woman
Justice
was
wasn't
good.
Very
The
good.
first Wonder Woman was good.
It
very
was.
good.
Yeah,
Very
no,
good.
it was good. The second
It's the
one,
best movie.
It's not
It's the best
very
movie of the
good.
franchise. It's
Yeah.
the best
Wonder
movie
Woman?
of the franchise.
Yeah,
The first
no,
one
Wonder
is the
Woman's
best.
really good.
Yeah,
The
it's
second
best of
one
the-
just came out. Like it came out around Christmas, and
Yeah.
it was not that good.
Okay.
Yeah, big
But the
fuck.
first one is very good, actually. Like I would
Yeah.
put it almost above Man of Steel. It was good.
Oh.
Very
No, it's
women
the-
empowerment. Like it was.
No,
good.
it's the best one, Austin. Man of Steel was all right.
No, I was
it's
saying
super.
it's very women empowerment too. Like it's good.
Of course.
All right. Food for thought. Final
There it
remarks.
is. What?
They weren't done.
Final remarks.
Confidence. Be the confidence. You are the confidence. That's what I'm telling. This is me telling myself,
Your
telling you
mantra.
guys.
Yeah. Okay.
I will
Gotcha.
be confidence tomorrow. There we
Gotcha.
go. That's what I got.
Is it me? Is it my goal?
Yep.
Sure. Sure.
In the wise words of one of my favorite comedians, Country Wayne, the drip is in me. It's not on me. You feel me?
Okay. All right. Well, I don't even know what to say after that.
The drip.
The drip is in you.
It is. You just got.
Yeah.
You got to think about it.
I mean, I get it. It just is, it's not as eloquent, I guess, as I was expecting.
I feel like
That's
that's pretty eloquent. I feel like that's pretty eloquent. You know.
Yeah. Okay. The drip is in you. That's, the name of the episode. The drip is
The drip is in you. If you keep saying it though, it doesn't sound that great. but-
That's what I'm saying. Like,
You gotta. It's
Okay.
the delivery. It's the delivery.
Yeah,
'Cause the way
yeah.
he said-
It's
said it
definitely.
so smooth. Like the drip is in you, not on you. You feel me?
that was somehow worse. I don't.
I feel like I did even a better job. You know, what I'm saying? I can't
Lil
do
Wayne.
what he did.
Yeah, you did. Your confidence, it doesn't need to come from others. It has to start from within.
There you go. You just said it more politically.
The
or you said
drip
it.
is.
It's
I
in
can't
you.
even say
It's
There, go
it.
ahead.
in you,
Say it one more time.
Austin.
The
The drip is inside of you.
The
Yes.
drip is in me,
It's in you.
not on me. You feel me?
Keep it
Is you with me or what?
lovely.